Aha. Uh-huh. 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 Ha-ha. Oh my God. Pineapple pen. Oh my gosh, no. We're not gonna start that. Nope. Although I'm not gonna lie, I do use it when I teach Japanese. Everyone is so amazed that pen in Japanese is actually pen. Pen. True story. All right, welcome all and all. For those that do not know me, my name is Rosita. I am a vocal and language coach. I'm also a learning specialist. And here over at Singing the Basics, we talk about the science of singing. Well, not just singing, actually, vocal expression, which also includes speech. So, our ears are alive with the sound of music. Is it bad that I don't think of the sound of music from the actual sound of music, but the opening of Moulin Rouge? I mean, it was a great start. Okay. All right, so today, my friends, we're going to be talking about the tone. What in the world is tone? And we want to learn, you know, it's about understanding, the heart of what makes your singing uniquely yours. And we're going to be talking about texture. We're going to be talking about how to maintain your tone, how to release your tone, and most importantly, what in the world is tone? Because voice and tone are actually two different things, but people do interchangeably use these terms. And at any point, if you guys have questions, please don't hesitate to write those questions in the chat or in the comments below or in the live chat, depending where you are watching this stream from. Okay, so who's ready? Yes, yes, yes. All right. So today isn't just about exercises, okay? It's about understanding, and I'm going to say this again because it's cheesy and it's great. It's about understanding the heart of what makes your singing uniquely yours. We're going to first, what do we mean by tone in vocal expression? Serena, how would you define tone in your own words? Ooh. Yes, 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 and yes. Tone is the quality of your voice. Tone refers to the quality or the color of not only just your singing voice, but it also represents the quality of your speaking voice as well. Because your speaking voice can actually have a completely different color or quality in comparison to your singing voice. And what I mean by the color, it's going to encompass the richness, the clarity, the warmth, the texture that your voice conveys in each single note, regardless when it comes to singing or speaking. The way that I teach voice, and I know April has heard this about 10 billion plus times, is that we want to think of the tone as your vocal fingerprint. It's what makes your voice distinct. And whether you're aiming for a sound that's clear and bell like or soft and breathy, mastering um, your tone is a key difference, is a key to expressing yourself through music. Any questions so far? We're good? We're still awake? Okay, awesome stuff. All right, cool, and cool. So, creating a specific tone on purpose is our goal when we're learning how to sing. Now, I'm sure you guys have heard, all right, we need a ringing sound out of you. What in the world does that mean? This clear, ringing tone. It's the best way that I can express this visually is think of a photo, right? And it's not blurred. Like it's a really good Instagram worthy photo. And you look hot. That's what we want to aim when it comes to quote unquote a ringing tone, to have that clarity, that sharpness, that texture, that warmth. So the best photo that you can take of yourself would be essentially what you are representing vocally. It sounds good and you look good while at it. And also, whenever we take that photo, whenever we're able to take that photo of ourselves, that brings confidence, right? How many of you guys have ever had like that selfie and that just turned into your default photo on all of your social media? Come on, we all have at least two. Yeah, for real. Okay. But that's like the quality that we want of your voice. We have that texture. We have that wow factor that keeps us compelled. Now, whenever singing teachers, including myself, whenever we talk about tone, we approach tone as something vibrant, as something energized, something that's full of life, and serving as a solid foundation for your voice. And that leads me to the second most common question I get. What is the difference between voice and tone? Let's see, who do I want to choose? Who is going to be my fourth volunteer? I am thinking April. April, what do you think voice is? No, I like your natural what? Your natural your natural sound, right? So the way that I would actually, and to be fair, there will be discussions about this. There's a lot of different opinions and views of the voice, but more based on more of a scientific based definition, I would say voice is your personality. It's your sound's personality. And the voice encompasses pitch, it encompasses volume, and the tone adds to your voice. Yeah? So I want you to think of voice as the initial sound you make, and the tone is what gives it your fingerprint. So here's your hand, right? Everyone has fingers, right? Everyone has a hand, hopefully. We all have the same bone structure. We have the same skin that wrap and the muscles and the nerves that wraps around our finger, right? We all have nails. We have the fundamentals that makes this a hand. Now, if we look at, sorry, I was drawing earlier, the lines on my hands, right? Like my fingerprints, don't scan my fingerprints. Like the fingerprints, and also even the lines here on my hand. This is what makes it mine. This is the tone, the different texture to it. And it's part of the foundation of my hand. Does that give you guys a clear picture of the difference between tone versus voice? Okay. Phew. Phew. Yes, yeah. Please respond. Even if it's typing, please respond. Okay. There's my notes. Where's my notes? There's my notes. Okay. So, here we go. So I want you guys now. The cool thing about tone is that we can change our tone. Now, here's a question for you guys: who's emotional? Yeah. So is it safe to say? Well, I know the answer to this, but would you guys think that our emotions changes our tone? Absolutely. So, especially like whenever we're tired, right? We tend to have a breathier tone, and it's like a deep, just grudgy sound, like I'm tired. So I want you guys to tell me, share with me, guys, your tired voice. Let's start with Michelle, and you're speaking in a tired voice. Okay, yeah, sure, absolutely. So, so I would like for you to give me your tired voice, and it could be just like, "Hi." Yeah, it's breathy, it's grungy, and it has like I'm forgetting the term right now, glottal. It's a little like fry. Okay, how about yeah? Well, I will teach you a way and how we can improve on that. All right. Now, how about you, April? Can you share with us your grudgy voice? Wow. 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 And you still got up at 6. Bravo. And how about you, Serena? What is your grudgy voice? Pretend that you're tired. Okay, there we go. I like how you said my voice tends to go lower in volume. That's literally an accurate statement because your tone does not change your volume. Your voice does. And yes, our voice does, change in volume. It tends to go lower. And also, it will go into, it changes pitch more into the lower register of our voice. Mm-hmm. That's also a common characteristic until someone decides to go while you're sleepy. Then your tone changes, doesn't it? Not for the better. Okay. So this leads me to the second part. There are two common things, or rather, there are two common obstacles when working with singers, especially beginning singers. Is either they're going to have a breathy tone or a tight tone. And understanding these two extremes it's going to actually help us, find a balance between a tone. Now, usually, a breathy tone, when done right, and yes, you can have a breathy tone is nothing bad. You can use it as a type of texture. You can add it as a type of coloration, as long as you produce the breathy tone correctly. Because believe me, there is an incorrect way. Now, breathy tone can be expressive, but a tight tone, however, a tight tone is exhausting. How many of you guys, whether it be on the Zoom call or watching this on social media, um, how many of you guys end up losing your voices? Yeah? Now, go ahead. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. And how about for those that speak a lot? Do you guys find that you tend to lose your voice a lot of the time? Will there be, I don't know, my lawyer, my customer service, people, teachers, a lot, a lot. Now, a lot of people will tend to lose their voices because of tension. You guys said that right. Tension. The How many of you guys have ever heard the phrase a tight tone? Yeah. So what a tight tone is, it one, we're not utilizing proper vocal technique here. We are contact. Okay, sorry. Contacts. Yes, we're fantastic. I will not poke my eye in front of all of you guys. I'm just going to make some weird faces. Okay. I just pull my eyelashes. Go. All right. Hey, it works sometimes. For those that wear contacts, you know. So whenever we feel like we have a tight tone, is we are producing the incorrect vocal technique to produce our voice and our tone. We are lacking the diaphragmatic breath. We are lacking that support. And we're also lacking the energy. And I don't mean energy like as a force when talking about vocal expression. Okay? Here's the difference. If this is breathy, like I'm trying to tell you a secret. Like, April, hey, I need to tell you a secret. There's no voice happening. Why? Even though it's breathy, but I'm not using enough breath to give me an actual sound because my chords are not together. Now, for a tight tone, it's going to sound like this. I like to call it the constipation, because that's exactly how it sounds. Everything, your muscles are so tight in your neck area that it's not allowing a constant flow of air that's carrying your sound through your cords. So if we have a tight sound to our voices, we are going to need to learn how to release our tone. Okay, and that leads me to starting the tone. Okay, so here's another term that we use when I give singing classes, or that you will encounter when taking singing lessons, is the onset of tone. Now, what that expression means is that the onset of tone refers to starting a tone for speech or singing. Because fun fact, well, may not be a fun fact for my students on the Zoom call, but maybe for you guys, is that when we speak in about an octave and a half. So we're literally speaking on pitch. We are speaking, we're using different notes whenever we speak. Okay? Pretty cool, huh? So I am going to, no, Siri, I don't need you. Okay, please hold as I am grabbing my garage band. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear this or not. As you guys can see, I am currently not in my office. So we can start a tone in two ways, with physical force or with air. Now, you do have to use some physical exertion to sing or to speak, right? But the exertion comes from energy moving to coordinate both the muscles for breathing, and too much physical force results when the muscles in the throat press together with very little airflow. So by starting the tone with a consistent breath, or consistent breath flow to be more accurate, and an open throat, then you've created a better quality sounding tone. Let's hear the difference. And I'm going to apply this to speech. So, okay, let's say, as we've been talking about how emotions impact tone, right? Okay, I'm tired. I'm about to teach a class, right, of, say, 30 10-year olds, okay? Whew. And my voice is like this, like, all right, guys, all right, have a seat. No, waterfall, waterfall, eyes on. You can hear the strain in my tone. And I'm trying to force out the projection for this large group to hear me. I am not allowing the breath to come through. So now this is just a personal thing that I do. I always have to warm up every single day because I sing and speak every single day. And I encourage my speakers to do the same. Vocal health is important. I start off with a simple lip trill. So everyone, please repeat after me. There you go. And also, if you can't lip trill, do a tongue trill. Let's see, guys. Let's hear your tongue trill. Good. So starting the tone with air with air applying the same idea as producing the lip trill, you can use either R. Either R. You can use either or. I may produce sounds, but doesn't mean that I can communicate right. Okay. So what this does, it releases our muscles, our lips and our tongue. It awakens your mouth. Now, no, no, no. You will spit. You, like a spit, like that's what will happen. Uh, um, Now, of course, there's an easier way for those that cannot do a tongue trill or a lip trill. You could always start the tone by humming. I want to think of humming as prolonging the M sound. And you can do M or N, or you can either do an M or a N sound. And if you're sure whether your tone was clear or not, then say mm-hmm or uh-huh, but with your mouth closed. So I want you guys to try that. Close your mouth, and I want you to say uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But keep the mouth closed though. Lips together. Mm-hmm. Yes. Now, even though you're making an agreement, but the sensation of aha is going to open your mouth, helping you release a healthy tone. Okay? So the three things that I like to do is humming. I personally love to do both the lip and the tongue trills, especially knowing that I'll have to teach Spanish. Uh, so I'll just do a simple 5 note scale. I'll go or or this is great for both speakers and singers. I cannot elaborate on this. Okay. Now, when you start a tone, do not rely on the sound. Okay. Why? Because the sound may be different in each room. Wherever you are, your sound is going to differ depending on your environment. That's why we always sound better in the shower, okay, versus singing in the kitchen. Now, as we're doing these exercises, the clear tone when we do the like uh-huh as we're humming, mm-hmm, you'll know that you'll be able to produce a clear tone because it creates stronger vibrations in your throat area. It's going to create strong vibrations around your nasal passages and your mouth area. This is how you know, and this is also a common singing term, resonance. It's not just limited to singing term, but it's also for what's that word I'm thinking of? Vocal expression in general. Any questions? We're okay? So essentially, you guys know that you will have a. Oh, you're welcome, Mama. You guys will know that you'll have a clear tone when you're able to feel strong vibrations in your face and in your throat area. In your face specifically, around your nasal passages, your mouth area, and sometimes in your cheeks. And and the vibrations, the intensity of those vibrations will depend on how high or how low you're singing or speaking. So remember this feeling so that you can start the tone clearly each time you speak or sing. Now, another thing when it comes to producing a clear quality tone is to creating backspace. All right, who remembers what a typewriter is? Yeah, yeah. That thing. So, for those that do not know what a typewriter is, before computers, people often use the phrase backspace to refer to moving the carriage of a typewriter back one space. So in singing, backspace refers to the space in the back of your mouth and in your throat. Now, just by opening the front of your mouth, aka space, shows off, well, your gorgeous smile, but it doesn't do enough for your tone. Now, I know, including myself as a singing teacher, I will tell my students, whether they're learning how to sing or speak, is I'll tell them to open their mouth. All right? We don't want to talk like this. One, because our sound is completely muffled, right? By opening your mouth, you're partially there to create a clear tone when it comes to communicating by singing or speaking. Now, the second thing we have to do is by opening your back space. Now, for space and breath to work together, we will need to open the space quickly. Now, of course, there are so many analogies to this when it comes to creating your backspace. To create an open space necessary for a clearer tone, one of the analogies that voice teachers will use is to pretend that you have an egg or a golf ball in the back of your mouth. And the reason why we will use this analogy is to help you feel or help you create the feeling of the space when it's closed and when you have an egg or a golf ball sitting on the back of your tongue. So practicing opening that space quickly, it allows your tongue to release down and not press down. And that's also another thing, especially for speech and singing, there's another disconnection here, a physical disconnection here. Whenever we speak, do we speak like this? Our tongue is just completely flat. I want you guys to try that. Press your tongue all the way down and try to introduce yourself. Like, hello, my name is Rosita. And please feel this is just an exercise so you guys can feel the difference. Now, let's release our tongue. As speaking, let's introduce ourselves. Hello, my name is Rosita. Please introduce yourselves. All right. So the tongue is to be released, and also you will notice that their tongue is forward. It creates the sounds that we need to use in order to communicate, to say words, or even sing the words. but we can't do it when our tongue is pressed down. And when our tongue is pressed down, this can lead to our backspace being more closed. And that's one of the reasons why we singing teachers or vocal coaches, we will tell you to bring your tongue forward. And we do this subconsciously as we speak. Again, there's that physical disconnection between speaking versus singing. I'm just gonna make sure that there we go. So now I want you guys to pretend that you guys have an egg or a golf ball in the back of your tongue. Now I would like for you guys to introduce yourselves. Like, hello, my name is Rosita. Give it a shot. Oh, oh, oh. April, why don't you give it a shot? It feels weird, right? But it feels so good. Why? And that's the stain. Yeah, we go, The backspace is totally closed off right there. We go, thinking that you have that ache or that golf ball in the back. This, for those that are looking to not only just improve in their singing, but just improve in their speech, their singing tone, or their speaking tone, or your speaking tone, just this little exercise can help you so much in communicating, whether it be again by singing and speaking. People will be able to understand you clearly, and they will find your voice engaging. How many of you guys have ever gone to a class or a meeting and that teacher or that host just puts you to sleep? Yeah, yeah. Tone, I cannot emphasize the quality of your tone when it comes to the different means of communication or the different means of verbal communication is so important. And a lot of people think, oh, these concepts, this is just for singing. No, guys, this is for speaking as well. Trust me, I'm a communicator. I have to talk a lot for my business. Now, whenever you're unsure about something, if let's say that you forget all of these exercises, what is one exercise that you guys can do to help you troubleshoot your voice, to help you with that backspace, to help you connect air with the start of the tone? But let's say you forgot what a literal is. These are all terms. They're all fancy terms. Laugh. No joke. Laugh. Laughter is mostly, like, think about it. Laughter is mostly about connecting air with the start of tone. So I want you guys to take, you know, a boisterous laugh. I can't do it too much because there's people outside this conference room and I don't want to totally interrupt them as they're working. But I want you to guys laugh. Give me a boisterous laugh. Do not make me do a joke. I will give you a dad joke, like so bad. Don't make me go there. Let's hear you laugh. Don't make me do it. Well, don't worry, Michelle, because you also have to laugh. This is very true. There you go. There you go. Or that's actually very true. When someone starts laughing, laughing is contagious. But I'm still going to give you guys a dad joke, anyways. So, why was Cinderella so bad at soccer? She kept running away from the ball. Eh? Eh? Okay. All right. So, when in doubt, just laugh. Okay. Let the sound vary in pitch, and change, in from higher to lower pitches as you guys extend that laughter. Okay. Are you going to feel crazy? Yeah, absolutely. Singing is not normal. I mean, okay, singing is definitely normal, but the process of it's not going to, it's weird. Okay. When you're improving your vocal expression, when you're learning to improve your voice in general, you'll have to do weird things like laughing uncontrollably so you can have a better tone. And also think about too, when you laugh, you're also getting an ab workout. Hey. All right, guys, that is all the content that I have for you guys today. Do you guys have any questions before we end? Let me check over here. Do you guys have any questions in the social media world? As my students are silent in the Zoom call when I ask the best questions. I can't see. Now you guys are good? All right, guys. So that will conclude this stream. I shall see you guys at 12 o'clock for Spanish grammar made. Oh, hello. Hi, Mama. Yeah, she's been with me. Until next time, guys, I will see you soon. Bye, everyone.